Welcome to Mediocre Gaming, and today we're playing RoboCop Rogue City. Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Zarel. Let's get to it. So today we're taking on the arcade old school. But before we get to that, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and ring that bell to be notified of all future episodes as soon as they go live. So let's get into it. So, RoboCop originally was a 1980s dystopian film about how things were going to turn to just utter chaos in the year 2000. And, you know, they might have been a couple years off, but not too far. So originally there was this, like, giant mega corporation, OCP, which took over, like, every sector of business, only interested in money. Sound like any companies you know? But they basically, like, bought the police department. So now instead of, like, City of Detroit police, it's OCP police. And they've implanted RoboCop, who's a company asset, but also a former Detroit police. If you've not seen the movie, it'd be worthwhile just to watch the movie. Honestly, I'm thinking about rewatching it myself. The two main things I remember about RoboCop, other than the obvious, was that you got OCP, there was this TV show. I don't know if it was a game show or what it was. There was some guy on there in a weird suit that they would always pan right to his face, and he'd be like, "Whoa, I'd buy that for $1." I have no idea what it was about. Just remember that little line. OCP, RoboCop, and then the big car that everyone wanted was the 2000 SUX, which was obviously a play on the year that it was taking place, and saying basically 2000 sucks. So we're going to the arcade to follow a lead, and the arcade owner is an affiliate of a criminal that we want to find. Now, we took on that faction in the previous episode, but the leader of the faction got away, so we're looking for him, and we're trying to find him. So we're asking this guy, who is very stereotypical mafia-looking guy. Like, maybe he's not in the mob, but he has a heavy affiliation.
You can't do that, because you don't have a warrant, do you?
And he's trying to give himself every loophole to get out of anything. Man, and this seedy looking arcade is stereotypical, I think, of every arcade back in the 80s and maybe even the 90s. Like unfinished wood floor and like concrete walls, concrete or brick walls. Just have a complete, like, unfinished look to it. And that was the vibe they were going for, or they didn't really know what they were going for. Alright, so we need to find something. It looks like there's a door behind this machine. I think it's just spacing. There. So, some sort of incriminating evidence that we can get a search warrant to look for beyond the locked door, which the owner said, hey, unless you've got a search warrant, because he knows RoboCop has to play by the rules. Like, that's like the every bad guy's MO. Mediocre bad guy was like, hey, Superman, I know your weakness. You can't lie. And you don't kill anyone. So I'm going to use that to my advantage and to your detriment. Same thing here. All the bad guys know that RoboCop has to follow the rules, which means he has to have a search warrant. Let's talk to this kid. He's obviously disgruntled.
Participating in any criminal activity.
Are you kidding me? Half the things I've seen around here would be enough to put me on my warrants for a day.
Half of the
Let
things.
us hear your statement.
No way, dude.
And he's like, no way.
But if you lock him up, this
Snitches
place will
get
be closed
stitches.
down, and where am I supposed to play hooky then?
Like, I don't know which of these three would be the best
Like
one.
someone should give you a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, but you wouldn't do it.
And there you
I know
go.
you.
He
You
is
don't hurt
a
kids.
bad guy in development. He knows, I know it's against your programming to do any harm to kids, so I can get away with anything. He's going to be the future arcade owner in about 15 to 20 if he makes it that long. All right, so just looking around, trying to find something. And this is part of it. So Rogue City, RoboCop is mostly action, but it also has this like investigative side to it where it is you have to look around for things.
Substance misuse.
And I know there's a lot of action games out there that have this investigative type side where you have to go look around at different areas that you wouldn't normally look for little Easter eggs or little boosts, extra points, extra lives, whatever.
All of the arcade staff.
So this kind of thing is right up
As long as you,
that alley.
unfortunately,
But in order to further get into the action
you could help me sneak
sequences, you do have to do this
huge staff.
investigative part.
Drugs in the basement.
So we got this
Take care of that.
strung out teenager
Really do that for
who
me?
thinks we're a character
Way to
on
go,
one of the
TJ.
shows that he watches. And he's like, hey, you'll do that for me? But we got what we wanted, and he got what he wanted, kind of. We got the search warrant, so we can go busting down doors and looking for what's really going on beneath the surface here at the arcade.
I have the warrant.
Oopsie. I think I dropped my key somewhere. You'd have to break down this hardened door if you want to get
Whoever is
in.
guarding the door is
That
not
will
too bright.
Be a problem.
You have to break down this door. Oh, look at him go flying. The neon lights, the glow in the dark or fluorescent paint. Oop. Bad guys afoot. Don't have my weapon out though.
Surrender your weapons.
Oh, there we go. Reinforcements.
Warm welcome.
Where'd that come from? Oh, maybe there. Like pretty good action sequences that really make you think that you're like in that movie from RoboCop's perspective. Some more arcade machines down here, but also a lot of the bulk of the criminal activity, off books activity, if you will, down here. There we go. Get a recovery charge, that's always good. Kind of peek around the corners. Now, if you look at the top center, it does have little red lines for enemies. So if you look around You don't have to zoom in or aim to find them. You just kind of spin around and look for that red bars and then deal with them. And then bam, there you go. Man, grenades. There we go. Now these guys are hopped up on something. There we go, last one. They don't flinch at all when they're getting shot in the head. Each recovery charge gives about 50%. Yeah, and finding things will a lot of times give you an edge in conversations later on. So it's always not a bad idea.
Open the door, or you will.
Open it or you'll regret it.
Drugs to kids without you harassing him every 5 minutes? Who am I hurting, huh? They all want it.
Where do I find soot?
Can a guy sell drugs to kids? And that's
Got it, Bozo.
right back into that
You wanna end up in the ghost house like that
80s and
cop
90s
informant?
war on drugs.
And don't you dare
Just
open
say
that
no.
door, I'll shoot you.
Yada, yada, yada. Here we go.
One of you is not a real Torchhead, but just an imitator.
I knew there was something off about you. Me, it's you.
So the owner is there, but there's also a couple other guys.
Take that back. Or what?
And using that clue that we found
Bastards! For fuck's sake!
is
don't
going to help
shoot.
us
I gotta
avoid
open the door.
further
Tell me,
fighting.
where can I find soot?
So
Straight to business,
looking around
huh?
gives you an edge.
Looks like you're my type of guy. But even if I wanted to help you, I can't. Only his closest people know his
Alright.
whereabouts.
So
I
even
just
if you wanted to
distribute his
help, you
stuff.
can't help because
To be
he
completely
doesn't know
honest, I
where.
don't want or need to know more than when the next shipment is coming.
You must know the location they mentioned. Tell me where they took
Plausible
the
deniability.
And if I tell you, what's in it for me?
Does everything you do have to come with a benefit?
I'm a businessman. That's the only language I speak.
How
So
about the value of your life?
here we
You
go.
would care more to
How
save
about the value of
or
your
soot?
life?
Let's say I'm convinced. They've taken him to the ghost house. It's what they call one of
All
their
right,
sites.
the ghost house.
From what I've gathered, it's that big burned
So we don't
down
know for
building
sure that's
up
where
and
he's
down
at,
the
but
road.
we have
Anyway, that's
a
all I
lead
know.
to the next
Will have to
location.
suffice for now.
Now we're pretty much done. We're just going to wrap up, grab anything else we can grab in here for extra experience. That'll give us more skill points. And we're also going to want to open that safe. There's usually a few goodies in there.
Stay
If you
here.
spec into engineering, you'll be able to open it without the code. Otherwise, you're going to have to search around for the code. There we go. Went over here earlier, and I was trying to figure out how to get into it. Now I know. Alrighty, but that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check us out on social media, and thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And we'll see you next time.
凶。